When I started smoking pot, I was 15. My parents were divorcing and things weren't going well in my home life. Me and my friend were bored and we wanted to rebel. We decided to call up one of these dudes that I sat with and we were like, hey man, like, can you get us some alcohol? Like, we're trying to get drunk. And my friend was like, well, I'm 18, so no. But like, I have some weed. Do you guys want to smoke pot? And we were like, yeah. We smoked a joint, handled it like a champ. And from then on out, we wanted to do it again. And the guy thought I was cute. I thought he was cute. There was my first boyfriend. He was into drugs himself, and so I got into it. I started smoking, I started drinking, I started doing hallucinogens. Doing drugs gave me an identity. I kind of like became like a hippie, and I felt like it made me cool. Smoking pot, it truly is a gateway drug, I think. And alcohol too. I think they're on the same thing. Like you drink alcohol, it makes you feel weird, like it makes you feel funny, it makes you feel good. And ultimately, you want something, I don't know, more exciting. You want to take it to the next level. I don't know if I was an alcoholic or if I was just one who was lost along the way. That's sort of where I think I was. But I was very functional. I got raises at the jobs that I worked at. I got recognition. And in my free time, I spent all of it trying to juggle a really vigorous party lifestyle. I wasn't a happy drunk. I was a mean drunk. I was a hysterical drunk. I would black out and not remember things. I was really a handful. I was not fun to be around. There's nothing worse than that feeling than waking up in the morning and remembering like, oh, I did something horrible last night. How bad did it get? But I kept just trying to get away with it, I guess. I thought, well, if I just maybe change the way that I party. But I would even say to my boyfriends, like, I don't really like who I am. I'm embarrassed of who I am. Like, I can't keep doing this. They didn't care. They'd be like, well, I want you to drink with me. And so I would do anything to make them happy. I would do anything just to fit in with them. So if it meant me destroying myself, like, I would do it. For a long time, whenever I would get into relationships, I would get into relationships with people who abuse substances, who in turn abused me. When I broke my spine diving in shallow water was definitely the turning point. I was at a party. We all got crazy and made mistakes, but I made the lucky one, and I laugh because if I'm watching the movie of my life and you could see your guardian angels, I think I don't have one, I don't have two, I think I have a whole SWAT team. They're like, she's going down, and like they grabbed me like just in the nick of time and pulled me back because C6 and C7, I got away with it. I'm pretty sure C5, C4, you're done. You're not walking anymore. You're not thinking anymore. You might be alive, you might not. Mm-hmm. So something saved me. That definitely woke me up. The neck brace was removed 9 months later, and I didn't have health insurance. So I Googled a way to heal myself, and Bikram yoga came up. I really learned self-acceptance at yoga. Yoga is a practice of the mind, the body, and the spirit. First, it was my physical body. I lost 30 pounds, and I loved that. I loved every moment of it. So that was my motivation. I was like, you know what? I'm not going to drink anymore because I'm finally a little bit proud of who I am. Next was my mental state. Essentially, all those bad experiences finally clicked. Finally, I was aware that I wasn't having any fun, or I was aware that like this was poison that I was consuming. And then now what's happening, all these things continue to happen, but the most obvious change has been pretty recent, and that's my spiritual change. And that's what's really gotten my life very clean to the point that I don't even eat milk or meat. I think awareness is the first key. Like, you gotta realize that you have a problem, and then you've got to make the choice to really do something about it. And for me, yoga is definitely the only reason that I am where I am today. I was miserable before, and I'm happy now. Mm-hmm.